Hello, I would like to share with you my experience on how I removed my pearly penile papules at home. I would first like to say that I am not a doctor, I am not a professional, and I am not advising you to try this at home. I am just simply sharing to you what method I used that worked for me to remove this pearly penile papules. First, I would like to say that I tried pretty much every method in the book. I tried toothpaste, I tried tea tree oil, I tried iodine, rubbing alcohol, all sorts of drying methods that did not work. The closest one of these methods that kind of worked was the toothpaste, but after a couple of days it would just come back. So I didn't really, I didn't find it very useful. Um, I had the Pearly Penile Papules for 23 years, and my girlfriend of 5 years didn't seem to mind that I had them. So if you decide to live with Pearly Penile Papules, just know that it's perfectly normal, and that if you find somebody who loves you, they will not care that you have them. Now, this is how I remove them. Every day, and I know this is gonna sound a little crazy, but bear with me for a second here. Every day while I was taking a shower, I would grab this nail filer and I would use the soft side on the pearly penile papules. I would basically scrape just the top. I wouldn't go to town. I would just scrape the top of the pearly penile papules, and there would be a little bit of bleeding involved. It would bleed a little bit, but afterwards, after the shower, I just basically pat it dry, my penis head, and then I would just let it dry. Of course, what I did with this, I used soap, I used alcohol to sterilize it. I did that basically, every time that I did the treatment, and I would do this about 3 times a week. I would do it, let's say, on Monday, and then I would take a break because definitely I took a break for 2 days, and then after the 2 days I would do it again after it healed. And basically, it took me about, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks for them to completely disappear. This was the only method that worked for me. I tried everything else, and everything just does not work. This actually works. It sounds really crazy. It worked for me. Now, again, I am not a doctor. I'm not advising for you to try this at home. I am just simply sharing my experience with you. Now, another funny thing with this, I actually managed to remove my sebaceous glands. If you know what those are, if you suffer from those are like little dots that you have on the shaft of the penis. And this I actually found recently. I removed my pearly penile papules about, I would say, about 8 months ago. But this I recently found, which also made me, this is the reason why I'm making the video now, because I was very excited about the findings. With the sebaceous prominence, what you do is what I did, not what you do, what I did. I grabbed the nail filer and I basically filed them off the sebaceous prominence. Now I didn't do it very hard. I just like filed them a little bit and they disappeared within less than 24 hours. Crazy thing. It dries the area and they disappear completely. That's what happened to me. Now again, I'm not advising you to try this at home. I'm just simply sharing this experience with you. Um, I am not a doctor, and this isn't medical advice at all. It's just me showing my experience to the world. Now, I'm very happy that I don't have these pearly penile papules anymore, but if you have them, if you decide to live with them, do know that they are perfectly normal, and that is basically it. And I just want to say cool, and that was my experience.